Hello everyone, thanks for joining in this live stream of Forgotlings demo. My name is Alfred and I'm the creative director of Forgotlings, developed by Throughline Games. We're sitting here at our office in Copenhagen, which might explain the time of this live stream. And with me is Michael, co-founder of Throughline Games and also the technical director. And Michael will be playing the demo and I will be talking about the game, its features, and giving you a behind-the-scenes sneak peek or insights into what we're seeing and what to expect in the full game. And Michael has, for this occasion, sported our company merch, a Fig t-shirt, Fig being the main character in our game. Okay.
This is why I'm allowed to play as Fig.
Yes. Okay, you are free to write anything in the chat if you are joining in and comment or just ask us anything during the live stream. Feel free to do so. Let's jump right into play demo and yes.
All right, which difficulty? I guess we'll go with low.
Let's go with low. Yeah, that's probably a good idea during a live stream where we'll be distracted talking about things.
Not because we doubt our skills, but just for a smooth playthrough.
Yes, that's a good idea. So, as Michael mentioned, we have two difficulty levels in this game. One is an action adventure, so people who are more interested in the story could play the game and have less difficulty going through combat scenarios. So what we're seeing here is an intro montage. It won't be in the full game, but it's getting players up to speed on what they'll be experiencing. This demo taking place a little bit later in the game. And so, yeah, if you are totally new to this universe, let me get you up to speed. It takes place in the Forgotten Lands. It's this magical world, dimension where objects from our human world wake up as sentient creatures. So here we have Fig, our main character. He is actually a posing doll or like a mannequin doll that has come alive. And so this whole world is populated with forgotten creatures akin to Fig. Yeah, you could maybe demonstrate some moves. What we're seeing is a 2D cinematic action adventure game. So one of the features is that we have a film and animation background, the team, and so what we really wanted you to feel when playing this game is as if you were playing an animated movie. So a lot of the animations, all of Fig's animations, are traditionally 2D animated. So it's a frame by frame. Everything he does that you see here is individually drawn frames akin to the old Disney movies. These days, not a lot of things are traditionally 2D hand-drawn, as it's very much a time-consuming endeavor. But it does give it a sensibility that we hope players enjoy. All right. Okay. So Michael here is now digging into the environment and collecting some crystals. You see this world, this magical world. There are these deposits of crystals in the environment that you can kind of dig out and collect, and it's a form of currency, kind of like gold. If you think of gold in our world, it's not the main currency, but you can exchange it to these pharaoh coins, which is another type of standard currency in this world that you can use to buy and sell. More on the currency stuff later. If we just take a step back, what we're seeing is this demo section in particular is Fig has woken up earlier in the game as a new spawn, which is a type of Forgotling that has just gained sentience, and then he is quickly thrust into this plot where he finds out he is finds himself in this big world consisting of many forgotten tribes. All these forgotten creatures having grouped themselves in tribes that are suspicious and hostile towards one another. And so here in this particular demo section, Fig has gone to this location, this Agora mountain location, which is a sacred spot in the world containing a lot of, let's say, ancient history of how this magical world came into being. And he is looking for his friend, Sylvia, another Forgotling. But this mountain is being, a lot of bandits is roaming this mountain. It has been overtaken and overrun by hostile bandits. So there's going to be some tension and some confrontations soon.
Also, just to mention, the crystals I picked up, they can be used for various things. One thing is, for instance, this oven here, which was powered up and gave energy to the switch, which, for instance, in this case, can turn on these lights. So this area up here can be with you. It's just one of the many things you'll encounter in the full game.
Yeah, so it's quite a dense lore-wise game. We want you to kind of discover more and more about this world as you go along, and there's a lot behind these crystals and also the anima that it is made up from. I'll stay quiet a bit as we see this cutscene.
Leave it be, Forgotling. Just hurry up and tell
So
us what
here
it
we
says.
see some bandits having taken prisoner or hostage this Forgotling,
There is a whole lot of
bag
things.
Forgotling.
I'm not
called
sure
Grace.
Venturing here and now would be a good idea.
And we have Fig thinking that
Stand aside and move
should
on
he
with
kind of
good sense of
jump in
sense.
and perhaps fight these bandits and rescue this hostage, or perhaps just scout out the area and get back to this area later. So here we present some choices for the player, and it will be throughout the game. Players will have the possibility to approach situations in different ways. Okay, so here. Oh, so Fig jumped down. Michael jumped down here and was spotted. When you're spotted, they just closed off an exit. And if you are courageous, you could take on all these bandits despite Fig's earlier warning.
Now this is good. I picked the easy difficulty because otherwise this would have been
If you're
very
not,
difficult.
if you're not into, let's say, all-out fighting, because we have another approach, which is a more stealth approach. We have stealth features in this game as well. You could also find a hiding spot. In this case, if Michael can manage to get back up, to the left side of the screen.
No, that was very unlucky.
Yeah. So we kind of purposefully made this combat encounter quite difficult because there is another way to approach this particular section. But if you're really good, you could just defeat the bandits. But as Michael is showcasing now, you could just get back up here, stay out of sight. You know, we have these arrows off screen showing where the enemy is and which state they're in. The screen vignette blinking yellow means they're kind of alert but don't know where Fig is, and then you can, after some time, they're gonna get back into position and restart their usual patrol behavior. Okay, maybe we should let them be and find another way to let's say tackle these bandits without all-out fighting. Remember this particular demo section, while it does introduce a lot of things for new players, it is also takes place a bit later in the game, so you would already have known a lot of the controls. You can always go into the controls in the settings and check it out, by the way. We'll be going more in depth about what you can do as the demo progresses.
Just hurry.
So here, this particular scene, we see a Forgotling, a new Forgotling arrival who has just joined the bandits, and he's going to kind of put on his armor. All these bandits are, they have created these different armor types that they're kind of piloting. Hence, we call them the Forgotlings inside as pilots.
How do I get past this bandit?
Psst. What are you waiting for?
Huh?
Take him out. He's not going to hear you behind those
Okay,
plates.
so we have this monocular Forgotling certainly popping up and giving some hints to Fig, teaching the player that there's a quick way to take out bandits or enemies if you are if you stay unspotted and just sneak up on them and press attack. when you're running around, you are free at any time, point in time to just block and attack and do a number of combat moves. If you look in the top left, you also have a fixed health bar, and if you notice, there's this weird little creature up there. It's actually also a Forgotling that is a scarf around Fig, and this Forgotling, it's a composite Forgotling consisting of two Forgottlings, both a scarf and then a camera with a blitz function. And yeah, you just saw Michael showing it. You should not hit those barrels. We see them jumping a little bit around, and that's because there are lost pieces in these barrels. Lost pieces are these bits and pieces of Forgottlings, broken Forgottlings, you could say, or things that doesn't have so much life force in them, and what we call anima in the game. And so they are kind of like these zombie creatures, critters, cockroaches. And so if there were enemies in this section, you could smash out these barrels, and then it would just storm towards the closest character, even if it's you. So you should be careful about that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna touch them for now. I'll let that up to the players.
A friend of mine whom I've been looking for. I'm Fig.
She looked intent on climbing the mountain as quickly as she could.
Okay, so here we're talking with Glass, whom we just encountered earlier, and he's introducing himself as a soon-to-be Tsunavi tribes member. He's somebody who's working or trying to prove himself so he can become a member of a forgotten tribe. We're gonna get back to that, but in this world there are 5 major tribes, Forgotten tribes, and one of the tribes is called the Tsunavi. And the Tsunavi are all Forgottlings, most of the members are Forgottlings who has something to do with movement. Think of everything from wheels or inventions from humans, which has to do with conquering distance. With this particular monocular, he can look afar, so he's kind of scouting this mountain for the Tsunavi tribe to kind of gain information about the bandits. And in so doing, it allows players to kind of get some tips on these different bandits and what they can do, their armor types. In this particular demo, you will be encountering 3 types of bandits. We have the kind of these skating lizards, we call them, which are kind of like goblins, and then we have these frogs or toads, which are archers, and then we have a kind of this strong knight, which has a strong plating and which is not easy to do surprise attacks on or get past. Here we see some lost pieces having escaped from some barrels. Those of you out there who have played Forgotten Anne would recognize these lost pieces.
They're afraid of the light.
They're afraid of the light, so you can stay safely behind the light. Yes, so that's a characteristic you can exploit in situations.
I'm very tempted to touch them, but I'm gonna leave that as a surprise.
You don't want them sucking on you. They are like leeches, so if you get them on you, you have to kind of spam a button to kind of get them off you, unless you want to have them suck all your energy, anima, life force. So bandits have kind of is quite widespread in this world. They have they're looting and pillaging everything they can find, and in particular, mystery surrounding their presence here is Agora Mountain is what are they doing here? What are they looking for? As Agora Mountains contain remnants, ruins of this ancient civilization of Forgottlings, like let's say the first Forgottlings, man's first inventions a long time ago, and they harnessed a type of anima technology which in present day in the game world is still a mystery how they harness this energy.
Strangled by the Forgotling I heard roaming around. Strangled? The only trace it leaves are these
So
pieces
the
of
green
red yarn.
bandit over there is the new pilot, having just joined the bandits, being directed to go towards a specific place. And we get references of Sylvia, Fig's friend, who has already ascended this mountain before Fig, and even if Fig is tracing her and trying to make sure she's okay, we get information that she is quite a capable warrior herself, being able to defend herself against these bandits. So these bandits are actually quite afraid of her. She uses this yarn to kind of fight them. So there are traces of this red yarn. So design-wise, of the game, like the structure is, it's very much, it's a little bit old school RPG-like in that you'll get early on or later after this demo, at some point you're going to gain control of this ascension ship, the Volera, and gain your crew of Forgotlings, and then you're free to travel to different destinations on a map. Destinations usually consist of a town and then a kind of outer wilderness, hostile wilderness with bandits roaming. And it's you can progress in the story, but also there's a lot of optionality. Oh, I'll just stay quiet here. This is an interesting situation. It's a bit of an homage to classic stealth games like the original Metal Gear Solid and how you could hide in cardboard boxes. Ooh, that was lucky. So the trick is don't move while you are being looked at. And then you could sneak past or get close to a Forgotling to take him out. The thing is, even though there's just one Forgotling, one bandit here, if you get spotted, you see there's a hut down there, this cloth with these lights outside. If you're spotted, they can call reinforcements. So most often you would want to avoid that unless you want to go all out fighting with these bandits, which is a fair approach if you want that.
Hey, you guys! You're taking over here. Need a break or heading to the camp.
Wait, I'm new here. I don't think I'm ready to guard this place alone.
We're not leaving. Don't worry.
So
By the way, the order is to crack open the gate in the
here
back
we
there.
reach kind of the heart of, or at least one special place inside Agora Mountain. But, whoops. Alright, so we get into a confrontation that is unavoidable due to a slip up here. And you can also flash enemies. You can use Dilla, our Forgotling, to kind of blind them for a second and use that to blind them. You are able to roll, you're able to do different types of combat actions or attacks, like a heavy attack, a stab.
Some damage there.
Despite being an object, if you fall from a height, you can still receive some damage.
But
Okay.
you shouldn't take part in this in the first place.
Yeah, wood can still break.
Yeah, wood can still break. Yes.
This
And
stuff
catch fire.
inside this
No,
place, I swear I didn't have a choice. None of the tribes want me, so my only option was to join the bandits.
So yeah, there's some options here I can pick.
What should we choose?
Maybe we can also explain a bit
Yeah.
about the
dialogue
symbols.
mechanics.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
these symbols. Whenever you get a dialogue choice, you are able to always choose from 4 different, or remain silent, and it would do a random choice for you. But these symbols represent some of the let's say the energies in this world, like archetypical energies, but also some of the tribes. Some of the tribes utilize these symbols as well.
There is a ship
So,
Agora
for
next
example,
door.
you have the green,
Back up.
which is always a type of encouraging, let's say,
I will.
response, or the red, which is a confrontative, or the yellow, which is an emphatic, or the blue, which is a questioning. In that way, you are able to kind of quickly choose
I hope once they
the
regain
type of
consciousness,
emotional response you would like to respond with. Apart from seeing, the short snippet of what Fig will be saying. So it's a classic adventure convention in terms of dialogue mechanics, but we are playing a little bit on it but more on that later.
Glass, I won't be able to
Okay.
sneak upon them with a surprise.
Here we see a knight, or sorry, a beetle.
It's kind of nice.
Yeah, it's our internal terminology. We call him a knight because he has this tough.
Yeah, so this
Plates.
tutorial here introduces the mechanic of a down strike, which is an attack executed from the air, but in a certain height. And yeah, now I just have to actually hit the beetle. Let's see. Oh no. Okay, he got a bit of push, but
Okay.
yeah, that would definitely have killed him.
And luckily, there was no one in the hut for him to kind of call reinforcement up. Recall we chose easy, so they are relatively easy to kind of to finish off. What Fig is doing though is he's kind of knocking him unconscious, the pilot inside. A small note regarding violence in this game, because Fig is a good-natured Forgotling, and this is reflected in both design-wise a lot of things, both in the terms of his dialogue choices. Like it's never about being good or evil in your responses, but more about what type of competent response could bring about the desired, let's say, the goal. Also with the accumulating currencies or riches, it's not about like collecting a lot of stuff in your inventory, but more about how do you Robin Hood style redistribute or unlock gameplay experiences with it. Vi kan godt gøre det langsommere. So, oh,
There's an enemy hut right here.
this place is quite infested with bandits. Oh, and here we see Glass again. Now the thing with Glass is he's also a character that design-wise is going to be recurrent. You're going to meet traces of him throughout the game, in that he often creates these safe zones or hiding spots where if you're in the middle of a combat zone, if you do find this green cloth, it indicates that you'll probably be able to hide in there and reset the enemy's patrol routine. Oh, this is a fun.
The whistle mechanic. So if an enemy is patrolling and you just want to stealthily take them out, you can
Who's there?
alert them with a little whistle.
So here we go.
We'll check it out. Oh,
And then you can perform the stealth attack.
yeah.
Without him having time to alert anyone else. Oh, that's very good. Oh, by the way, this game is of course developed to be multi-platform. You can play it with a keyboard, might take some used to, but with a controller, you can also use the right analog stick to kind of look around, which is very handy for a 2D game to kind of see where are the enemies, what can you do. There's also a button to see which things in the environment you can interact with. For example, all these columns are kind of sneak areas where you can hide behind or beside. Yeah, so this is a classic combat scenario which gives you the option to go all out fighting or kind of approach it more stealthily.
Yeah, this I should probably have done differently.
Oh, maybe okay. Yeah.
But now we can hide with Glass.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay. I need to find an escape exit.
A little bit hint
Want to take up an army.
for players to know that yeah, you can hide if you find it too overwhelming.
Yeah, like enemies will just keep coming now. There is of course not unlimited enemies, but it can be tricky. And yeah, that was also a little bit painful. So I'll just quickly go in here.
You have to wait until.
Yeah, have to wait.
Oh, you can heal.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is also something that's interesting. Like when you have these clusters of natural anima, you can choose if you want to harvest it or if you want to use it to heal yourself. And of course, if you choose to harvest it, you cannot heal. So that's your choice.
It's an infinite healing fountain. Think of it as Mother Earth who keeps giving, but you could just exploit it if you would like to harvest it for its crystals.
What are you doing?
I told you, I'm here to collect data on the bandits.
And of course, if
Hiding
you
spot.
already heard a
Citizens
dialogue,
won't be able
or
to
you
reach us.
don't necessarily want to listen to a dialogue,
sometimes-
you can fast forward, which is it can be useful at times if you are trying out different things, replaying.
We don't have visuals here on who is watching this live stream, but a shout out that perhaps one of our voice actors is joining the live stream, Z Andrews, who is voicing one of the characters, Grace, we met earlier in this demo. Fig is being voiced by Daniel Pierce, and in general we really love collaborating with voice actors to add this cinematic immersive feel throughout when experiencing the story of Forgotlings. Yeah, it's good to keep hanging. They are kind of obstructed by all this armor, so think of them as being a little bit on the stupid side.
Who's there?
All right.
Yeah, this knight is guarding a precious treasure, which I'll leave as a surprise for now.
You can't stealth attack these knights, so that's why let's just leave him be. But that's an option for some players.
Fresh air.
Yeah, that's very nice. Now, if some of you have backed us, if we have some Kickstarter backers here, we launched a Kickstarter campaign back in last summer, and we also had a demo there, an early demo. And if you played that demo and play this demo, you're gonna notice a lot of improvements in our systems. Not least our combat implementation. It's much more snappy, and you can do all your moves without having to go into a combat stance. We would really love to hear what you think of the direction we have revised it into.
It must be powered by the oven next to it.
Oh, get him! No. Oh, you can look down. Maybe you can. Okay, maybe you can.
Yeah, that's the sign.
Yeah. So you might not recognize it until we press on this vantage point at this sign. You can see here we are another entrance to the same area we encountered earlier, where there were lots of bandits and Grace down there, right? But here was another way. If you didn't take out the bandits before, you could release these cages, hanging cages, and take them out that way.
Who's there? He's hiding somewhere.
Yeah.
I am hiding.
We have an intruder.
Stay alert. Boom. Yeah, that should be good. Yeah. If you see this wooden sign there with a monocle like a symbol, those are what we call vantage points, where you kind of give players an option to kind of view a lot of the level to help with gameplay situations.
Please be more careful. Don't wreck the sacred place.
If you notice, this
sorry if I
Forgotling
caused
called
any
Grace
destruction.
has this
I overheard
blue
you.
flag on her because she's a member of
No,
the
I'm
Videra
not.
tribe.
I guess a thank you is appropriate.
And the Videra tribe is, let's
Why
say,
are they
the intellectual tribe. They
They
consist
forced me
of
to
things
decipher
that
the writing of our
contain
elders here.
other things.
Apparently, they
So
believe it
it's a
holds the
container
key
for
to
knowledge, a
unlocking
lot
some
of
sort of secret here on
the
Agora
objects.
Mountain.
So this Grace character is, you can think of her as an archaeologist who was working at this Agora Mountain, researching all this ancient civilization or the ruins, the remnants of it.
They light up and all refer to the same
This is
story.
a kind of side quest or a side
name is
plot
Grace, by the
that
way.
kind of ties in also to
Wait,
the main plot as
our
well
great chief
in
send
the
you?
game, that the players are able to
no.
kind of
I'm
go
actually
down
looking for
a
a
path
friend.
exploring to
Forgotten.
learn more about
Sylvia
the
was
lore
making her way up the mountain.
and
I
story of
haven't
the
met
game,
or heard
background
anyone
story
with
of the
that
game.
name. The elevator is broken, so
It's going to be a long and dangerous trek with
This is giving some exposition about
Well, it looks like
this
you can hold your own.
Agora mountain location and the different
I
tribes.
don't like warriors.
And here we get
Who are
a
you?
dialogue
Which
choice
tribe
again.
did you say you were from again?
During dialogue choices, you are also able to press recall if you want to just listen to what was being said.
Who are
And this
you?
is
Which tribe did you say you were from
useful
again?
for certain contexts later, or just for helping you to choose whatever response you think is the most appropriate. And recall, these are color-coded, these archetypical, let's say, cardinal energies, we call them. So the blue one is questioning, and that is also corresponds to the blue Videra tribe, which are the intellectual tribe, which are questions things.
Answer a question with a question.
I'm a proud Videra, and it is our mission to understand the logic behind all phenomena and taxonomize things accordingly. If you do find other instances of glowing inscriptions, please report it to me.
What she's saying is it kind of sets up a side quest for the player should one wants to pursue that, which is littered in this, scattered around this world. Whenever there's ancient ruins, there can be these fragments that are light up with glowing inscriptions. And Fig can use Dilla, the scarf/camera Forgotling, to take a picture of that. And by doing so, he can piece together a puzzle regarding what happened with this ancient civilization and why they are no more, and perhaps some of the secrets that they harbor.
We're back up.
Yeah, so this area outside is kind of like a hub where you can both backtrack as a player, but also access different places, locations, some of them optional.
Yeah, I'll need the box. Yes, if you noticed before, some boxes they smash when they drop down, revealing some loot, and others like this, they can be used as a stepping stone for solving certain puzzles.
If you do notice, some of them are made of metal and some of wood. That should help you
Just like
kind of interpret whether they can be destroyed or not.
Oh yeah, there's this little secret over here.
Oh yes, and notice the green flags. Here we have
All the way to here.
glass again.
I'm surprised myself. Didn't manage to avoid confrontations with the bandits, though.
They've taken Finger and are forcing him to
Should have
repair the
fast
elevator.
Yeah, maybe we can just fast forward so we can show you more features, delve into that. He's talking about this ancient Agora mountain. There's at the top there's a kind of this council square where all the tribes, Forgotten tribes in the world, used together and have these meetings, a collaboration yearly. But now it's kind of deserted. And this elevator that takes you from the town below up to the top, it's kind of been broken by the bandits, and so that'll be one quest when you progress in the game to kind of re-establish this connection.
Let's see if you're as good.
Oh,
with
and
Ina
let's skip the
as
tutorial.
infiltrating the bandits.
Here we see one thing: the Ina feature of this game. Ina is a board game that you can play with almost any NPC that you meet in this game, in the towns or elsewhere. And when you play Ina with somebody, you can place bets. You can use your crystals or pharaohs depending on what type of bet stake they would like, and then you can win those stakes or lose those stakes. So that's one use of currency. And Ina is a game for two, played on a board, 5.5 board. We're going to see in a moment. But before we play a game, you're always allowed to kind of customize your deck of stones. So you have these 8 stones in your pouch. Like each player has 8 stones, and there are each let's say stone you can choose between 5 different power stones, and that you can kind of collect and find scattered around the world or buy.
And there's also, of course, a help menu
Yeah.
to learn the rules.
Yeah, you won't be able to understand based on maybe my walkthrough here. So go into the help menu to check out the rules. It's a mix. The best way to describe it is maybe a mix between chess and Go. but with a little bit of this customizable deck, a card game like feature. So each turn you place a stone, and each turn you can see you draw a random stone from your pouch. You can see which stone the opponent will use next, and you can see which stone you will have next as well. And there are these 5 different power stones, which corresponds to the 5 different tribes in the world. So these power stones contain a power that you can use once in a match. You can only use it once, but you can choose to use it in any turn, or maybe wait with using it. For example, Michael here just used this Tsunami stone to move an extra step. To go a step back, the goal of this board game is to kind of accumulate points, and you get points by encircling these squares you see on the board. So if you close it off and the opposing side cannot enter it, then you gain a point. And points are indicated by a crystal appearing. And let's see if Michael can beat glass and demonstrate this.
It should be possible, but yeah. See.
Prior to entering this match, you can always see the rank of the Forgotling you're up against. So this is a new spawn as well. Glass, he's not a Tsunami tribe's member yet. He has been newly spawned not so long time ago, so he's not that strong with his Ina skills yet. So that should make it possible for us to beat him and not embarrass ourselves.
Yeah, the easy difficulty is not set up for this. So.
Yeah. So a lot regarding Ina in the game is optional, but it's also a way to kind of break ice with Forgotlings in a storytelling sense. Because while the different Forgotlings from the different tribes are hostile towards one another, everybody likes to play Ina. It's a very popular pastime. So it's a way to kind of connect with Forgotlings and perhaps unlock new dialogue choices or exposition in the world or other things. So do engage with it if you are into board games.
I at least got 1 point.
Yeah.
And Glass also got 1 point.
Okay. Let's see if we can avoid a tie, but it's also a valid outcome, and we'll see what happens.
Well, yeah. It's,
So again, there's a consistency with all these power stones and the different tribes in the game and the lore. And like the green tribe, you know, the Tsunami is things that move fast. The yellow one, okay, we got a tie. It's a tie. Okay,
good,
let's see.
Good enough for me.
Yeah. But there is always a winner in this game. So it moves on to counting unused power stones. And it looks like Glass have the upper hand. He did not use a lot of his power stones, so he actually won.
I'll be back.
Yeah. Remember, Fig is a new spawn himself, so well, this is also a very maybe predictable outcome. Apart from the fact that we should be experienced players making this game.
Well, this is for the sake of the stream.
Yeah, let's say that. Maybe we can just pop by, ambush, and see what's in there, and before going out.
Yeah, so this is an optional area.
Glitch. Feel free to report glitches or bugs you encounter in the demo to us. It's always fun. It's not the final game, so we'll be ironing all of that out. But while it's still in development. Okay. Well, that's quite fresh of you. You can block. If you block too much, you might get guard broken. If you notice, there are these black holes in the wall. These are, we call them internally goblin hole, but they are kind of shafts, tunnel shafts for the bandits to move around quickly. So look at it as, they can pop out of these bandit holes if they're in a different part of the level. So So you should kind of notice that to make sure that not be surprised by them moving around the level, because quickly. You can also parry, of course, just deflect arrows.
I'll try that.
Yeah, and if you do it with a good attack, you might just even be able to deflect the arrow back to the Forgotling. Come on, get it! Perfect! Oh, that was beautiful. That was not pre-trained.
No, I didn't practice.
No.
Oh. These archers, they are very,
Yeah.
they can be very tricky. They always try to stay away from...
Yeah, they kind of flee from you quite quickly to find another place where they can shoot at you at a safe spot.
A little bit of heal, and
Yeah.
just for the sake of it, a little bit of boost.
Yeah, we'll anticipating a lot of people will just heal and then harvest the crystal, but that is totally up to you. So here we have Dilla just take a picture of that. Oh, there was a lost pieces barrel here. We could have used that against the enemies. They would have just kind of swarmed an enemy and kind of leech on it.
But that's good as an, I think, for other players.
Yeah, discover that yourselves. We hope we have intrigued you with this playthrough. Whoop. If you can wall jump as well.
A little bit extra.
Yes. So these coins, these pharaoh coins, are actually produced by one of the tribes. They're called pharaohs because there's a tribe called the Pharaoh, and the Pharaoh are the ones who have kind of invented these coins. They put them into production,
Continue digging. I'll be back soon, and I want to see all these cages filled up with crystals.
I'm doing the best I can.
Here we have a shovel Forgotling, aptly named Shovel. One thing is that a lot of Forgottlings you are meeting will be quite quirky in the sense that not all of them are very bright. Fig is kind of an exception, like he is what we call a shooting star, which you'll learn about early in the game. Which are these type of Forgottlings, rare Forgottlings, that wake up in this world as a newspawn with memories of their past lives as an object. So he can kind of remember his human creator and how he was used as a posing doll. And this is as opposed to ordinary Forgottlings who have no recollection of their past life, and also therefore no recollection of what they're used for. So you might meet a shovel. This particular shovel looks like he's good at shoveling, but you might meet Forgottlings who are not very good or know what they are being originally have been created for. And it's very much part of kind of the main theme of Forgottlings being purpose, like of Forgottlings wanting to find what is their original purpose, what did humans create them for, what is their purpose waking up as sentient creatures down here, and how can they kind of apply themselves.
Should I leave?
Oh, okay. So what should we do? He was quite angry at bandits having to shovel these things. So here we can reveal it can branch out into two different outcomes. Like if you do take these crystals, you are not very helpful. You're kind of go against his line of work, but if you just dig it and let the crystals be,
Fig is a nice guy.
Yeah.
In this playthrough.
In this playthrough, he's a nice guy.
I heard the scenario.
As we mentioned earlier, it's about being nice or maybe less nice with some other intentions behind your actions.
They're all the same. Everyone's looking to exploit us new spawns. There's nothing I'm looking forward to anymore.
Early on in the game, before this demo, you were actually part of this new spawn trade. As a new spawn, you were caught and put into this camp for new spawns and trained to be sold. And so it's a story strand that you're gonna be able to engage with, this new spawn trade, where new spawns are being bought and sold between the tribes and other traders, which is connects to the currency and what they're used for in this world.
So here we can help him out by donating some money, or pharaohs. And how generous should we be? That's up to us.
Well, we are not gonna replay this, so maybe just give him all your money.
Alright. I mean, what else is Fig gonna use it for? This demo?
Yeah.
Maybe there is something.
You can say this is also philanthropist simulator in some ways, in the sense that Fig is, as he kind of also develops as a character in the storyline, he's very much into just helping people, and one way of helping is to decide who to help. And so with the riches he's accumulating, he's able to also redistribute these stolen riches to different Forgotlings or tribes or causes that Fig or you, the player, feels inclined to support.
An inner stone.
Oh, here we got an inner stone. So now we got an inner stone, and we could utilize it in an inner match.
Yeah. I think
Okay.
we're reaching the end here.
Yeah. All right. Let's see here.
She's getting away.
Sylvia.
Okay. Maybe not going through yet. Yeah, we kind of rush through this to give you a quick glimpse of a lot of the things we hope you want to kind of explore it, and also a shout out to our Discord channel. If you want to engage further and learn more about this world, you can see it on our Steam page. But also we just posted a making of, the part 1 of a making of series, where we kind of delved deep into different aspects of the game regarding how do we implement the animations, what are the ideas behind the music, the story, the gameplay mechanics, the different features that you've gotten a hint of here. And speaking of music, yeah, I think we're quite happy that we have this collaboration with a Theatre of Voices, which is a ensemble choir, which if you are a cinephile, you might know them from contributing to soundtracks of quite big Hollywood productions. For example, Denis Villeneuve's Arrival. You might know this director from Dune, but he did this awesome science fiction movie called Arrival a few years back. But this is just some of the things they've contributed to. And this ensemble we use in the score for Forgotlings to kind of give this sense of both otherworldliness, but also a human touch to an otherwise world that is almost devoid of humans. It's Forgotlings it's about, even though it's inevitably also about the humans behind in the heavens who have created these forgotten creatures. Shall we go in here and then check out what happens? All right.
Step forth today. Take destiny into your own hands.
Check out the trailer. Our latest trailer also just posted a few days ago, which gives you a glimpse of kind of the wider game.
Where am I?
Can he fight?
That was a glimpse of Sylvia, whom Fig was looking for in this demo section.
Revive the
A
council.
glimpse of the ship, the Volaire.
If we are to get all the chiefs to speak to each other, we have to be able
There's
to
a bit
look
of the
beyond
demo,
the differences.
a few different environments that you're going to be able to explore.
Why are you crying?
Mother was right. You're just a Forgotling.
And for those who have played our previous game, Forgotten Land, this does take place in the same universe, so there is some story tie-ins.
I guess it's well worth the
For
time.
those interested.
An ancient
But it's very much accessible to newcomers who don't know anything about this world we started out establishing back with our previous
Humans
game.
got us into this mess. It's time to sever the connection.
If you do this, the world will end. Wait! Big!
Sneak past.
Yeah. Okay, if you like this live stream, please do consider, if you haven't already, to wishlist the game. Yeah, we are developers first and foremost. This is an indie game. Despite our large ambitions, it is made by a very small team, and so we can use all the exposure and spreading word of mouth that we can muster. So, yeah. Thank you for joining, and here we have our...
This is a real fig.
This is a real fig. If I'm not mistaken, maybe there's still a very short time window to join or to support us by pledging on our Kickstarter as a late pledger. So you can go into our website, throughlinegames.com, and there should be a link to back us and gain some quite exclusive rewards. There are among them like beautiful 3D printed figurine or a physical in a board game set, among a lot of other things. So yeah, this game is coming soon. I will be sharing more in the months to come, both new trailers but also revealing more of the game with our making of a series. And so yeah, we hope that yeah, you'll join along for the ride, as it's a project that's very dear to us, and it's been developed in the past how many years? 4 years, I would say. Yeah, 4 years plus. Yeah, as a studio, we were founded in 2014, and in 18 we released Forgotten Anne, our debut game. So I think since 1920 we slowly booted up this sequel slash prequel, which is Forgotlings. Yeah, 2D action adventure, kind of combining everything we find cool about story-driven games with features we just like to play ourselves. Yeah, there's quite a wide features set. Yeah, whether you're into adventure, stories, cinematic immersion, or you like combat, gaining achievements by playing in a certain way, there's something here for you.
And while you're waiting, you can check out Forgotten Anne if you think that this looks like something for you, and prepare for the Forgotlings release.
Yeah, I think that's excellent, if I may say so. Yeah, and a small note regarding Forgotten Anne versus Forgotlings. Forgotten Anne was a bit more on the puzzle platformer adventure side. So they're kind of like night and day. It's in a similar style, but it's slightly more intimate. It almost takes place entirely in the night, in city environments. Regarding this human character Anne, who finds herself almost alone as a human in this Forgotlings universe, whereas in Forgotlings we're opening up this vast world of Forgotlings for you to explore with all the different Forgotling tribes and a lot of natural landscapes. It's like our Lawrence of Arabia. If you look at our demo menu screen here, you kind of could get a sense of the scope and feel that we hope to instill, the wonder that we want you to feel when playing this game. Anything is possible.
In Forgotten Anne we had a lot of rain. Here we start out with a desert.
Yeah.
So
again. And as a new thing we have this action element in this game, action and stealth, which we really like ourselves, and we hope that you will embrace. And if you're not into that, choose the low difficulty and play it. We forgot to also show one feature. I mean, you can go into your memories, kind of like in the log or diary. Oh yeah, we can actually.
There's a save feature.
Yeah. So as you progress in the game, you know, Fig, whenever he rests, he kind of gets the memories of what has happened, and in turn also the different outcomes of your player choices. So each memory stream, you could say, for a player is slightly different in terms of how you played the game, which chronology of events you played, and also what you did there. Yeah, in this particular demo, we did not insert so many memory nodes, so you only have this Agora mountain node, giving a glimpse into what this location is about. You can also at any time go into the inner section of memories to just play around with customizing your deck. You'll be able to gain different totems, which are kind of both decorative, but also different types of decks, shortcuts to decks that you have created. Because apart from being able to play kind of single matches with different NPCs, you also be able to partake in tournaments, like a multi-match tournaments, where it's really about kind of also knowing the opponent and the strategy they're employing and customizing your deck to kind of counter that strategy. So it's quite despite the simplicity or limitations of the rules, we hoped and created a deep mini game that you can spend quite some time playing if you're into board games. All right. Okay. All right, let's see. I think we opened up the wrong chat window or something, so we don't have visuals on who is here, or if you have written something, we're not able to see that. So we might as well just be talking to ourselves here. We wouldn't know. Again, we'll be live streaming another time during the NextFest, which will be on this Sunday, same time this Sunday, where we might delve into different things. And feel free to write or comment or reach out to us with what you would like to know more about, and we'll take that into consideration. We love interacting with you, the players, and also what you find interesting about this game. So there are different ways to do that. Our Discord channel and Facebook, or just our Steam. Yes. All right. I guess we'll wrap up here, and thank you everyone who joined us. And see you out there. Until then, bye bye.
Bye.